Many telemarketing campaigns start out with an Excel sheet with organizations to be contacted, perhaps including contact names. This list typically forms the basis for calling organizations to gather information on different topics, book meetings, or sell directly. You can make the processes easier and more structured using webCRM activities. webCRM is flexible and can be accessed and modified by everyone. At the same time, webCRM gives you a complete log and overview of the history. First step is to import an Excel sheet or other document with data. Select the menu items Configuration and Data Import. Then select the tab Upload File and browse to the file to be imported into webCRM. Note that the file must first be saved and uploaded as either a CSV or text file. If you're running Mac, you must save in CSV Microsoft format and not in Mac format. Some manipulation of the system and your data may be required before you import. Matching data columns in your Excel sheets to fields in the webCRM system does not require CSV header names, which are either identical or in the same order as the field names in your webCRM system. However, the columns must have a header, so you can tell the system which column data is to enter which fields when you import. Also, make sure that the data matches any pick list options in webCRM. For example, if you have types for A customer, B customer, etc. as possible status fields in your webCRM system, make sure that those options are spelled exactly the same way in your spreadsheet, including capital letters, spacing, etc. After you have uploaded the file to webCRM, the system automatically goes to the tab asking you to validate the data. You must tell the system which areas of webCRM you want to import. In this example, select Organization, Persons, and Activities. Although activities may not be part of your data, you can create these for a telemarketing campaign. This means that for a telemarketing campaign, you can import your list of organizations and associated contacts and create an activity calling list. Then click Save Settings and Validate. If you are in doubt as to how to import data to webCRM system, you can get help by pressing the blue info icon. There is also a guide under Help and Support, or you can download a data import PDF from the webCRM website. Mapping data involves telling your webCRM system which column headers in your uploaded file are to be imported into which fields in webCRM. Typically, you start mapping with organization names in the system. Then go through each field and map data where applicable. Note that selecting Same Value for All means that all the imported records will be given this value. For example, if first responsible for all the organizations imported are all the same, or they all must be entered as customer A, you do this as shown. Once you have completed mapping for organizations, continue with persons, and finally with activities. When you create or update a person's name from your Excel sheet, you may have the information detail as either first plus last name or a full name. webCRM by default asks for split first and last names. If your data contains only a full name, you can change your import settings to handle this by clicking to the Create Mode tab in Import and changing the person name field to Import Full Name. Then save this setting, return to the Map Data tab, and you will notice you only need the full name. If there are no dates in your spreadsheet for your follow-up campaign, you need to enter the date when the campaign must be completed. Note that if you have dates in your spreadsheet, they must have the format dd-mm-yyyy or as defined in your system setup. Under Activity Action, you may have selected Same Value for All and select the appropriate task to define your telemarketing job. The list of options should be defined before you run the data import under Configuration, Drop-down Lists, Activities. If you only use the system for telemarketing, you can change the default options in your system. For example, phoned the first time, called another time, no contact, meeting organized, etc. If you run more campaigns for more than one customer simultaneously in the same system, we suggest you enter your customers' names under the Main Services and Products option. This is set up before the import under Configuration drop-down list Main Products-Services. You can also enter the campaign name in the description field. The other fields are filled out as requested. When finished, click Save. Double-check you haven't missed anything by counting the automatically generated header numbers. Then click Start Import. Note that in most cases you are able to delete imported data by the webCRM system's mass deletion facilities described in video 3. Once the data has been imported, the relevant organizations, persons and activities will have been created or updated if the contacts already existed in your webCRM system. To view your calling list, scroll down to the first line specified in your import or sort by activity type, description or product. Just click the pencil left of the first one in your calling list. Check that you have all the fields and options you need to capture your calling information on your One Activity screen. From here, you can edit the contact person in question by clicking the pencil icon. Or you may create a new person if you want to add further contacts under the same organization. You can also book a meeting in the calendar directly from the same activity screen. To do this, click the calendar icon, then select a date and click the blue plus icon to add your meeting. Complete the meeting details and save. After clicking Save, you can send a confirmation mail with meeting data merged into your email. Note that you can send mails from webCRM every time you see the email letter icon. This launches the email page. Select the email template you need and enter the text if not already merged. You can also attach standard documents plus documents created and stored against the organization's records. The letter will be shown to the right. Select the Activity Navigation button to return to the activity. To update the activity, you need to enter notes into the Activity Log field and click the appropriate next follow-up date. You can select a date from the drop-down calendar or click on one of the Forward Days options. These offer typical follow-up dates. Once clicked, this also saves your log notes and reschedules the follow-up activity for the new date. This is quick and easy to use and saves time managing activities. You can now click the forward navigation arrow to take you to your next activity call. An activity can continue to run on collating further log notes providing the activity status is left set to ongoing. Once an activity is completed, you can close it by changing the status to complete. This removes the activity from the activity list but does not delete it. This is important for future reference and reports. All activity logs and updates can be reported on and examined using the overview reporting capabilities in webCRM. Please refer to video 3 for further information.